Alright guys, it's time to have a quick conversation here about what's going on today. This meme is really important and I need you guys to really take in this message today. We can see here a 2013, 2017 hodler. This is slightly out of date, okay? This should be updated for the current situation, but it's always the same story. You know, the new guys get destroyed while the old guys are like, you know, been there, done that. So let me tell you a little story about what's going on today, because there's a lot of panic going on around, you know, the SEC lawsuit against Binance and Coinbase, and it sounds really horrible, really terrible, like it's the end of the world, and that's why, you know, we've had a big sell-off here. We see even on page one, even the major coins like Polygon, super popular, have gone down 26% in 24 hours and 35% over the last 7 days. So it is essentially a bloodbath. So on days like today, you need to keep one thing really in mind, because what you do on days like today is going to define your long-term success in this space. Okay, you can have short-term success, short-term failure, etc., etc. But if you want to have long-term success, you need to understand this really, really well. So we've seen this before. This is all part of the same old story, and I'm gonna give you the big overview here. So just stay and watch this video until the end, because it's really important that you get this. We're gonna begin by zooming out a little bit, and we're going to use maybe Cardano as an example because it's having a really bad day today. And we're going to go max, and we're going to have a look at this entire story. So here we have the situation back in 2017. There was a huge hype on Cardano, went up all the way to roughly $1.18. These are kind of averaged out prices, and then went down all the way down to what, 50 cents. No, sorry, that's 5 cents. So it was completely destroyed. But let's have a look at what happened then. So we're going to go into the logarithmic because we can see these fluctuations in price a lot better. And we're going to see what happened here in 2019. So we had this big bump at the end of 17 into early 18, and then a huge dump during 18. Okay, and just remember, 18 equals 22. Everything goes in 4-year cycles. Okay, so this was 2021. We had a big bump. Then we had 2022, a big dump, and then we have 2023. We had a big bump again. Well, not as big as 2017 here. Okay, so not the same as 21, but again a big, huge bump. So we went from what, less than 4 cents all the way up to, what is that, 8 cents or so. Okay, so not even that big. So roughly double. And then we had a huge dump afterwards. So it was the summer of 19. It's again, look, it's June of 2023. Okay, what happened in June 2019? Had a big dump. Okay, after this huge bump in the early part of the year, we had a big dump in the second part of the year. Okay, and then, you know, we had this COVID, we had the return of the market, and we had this COVID dump, and then we had the big summer DeFi summer of 2020, and then we had the 21 bull market all the way up to the end of 2021, and then we had the kind of, you know, a little bit of cool off during the latter part of 2021. Then we had another little push up at the end of 2021, and then 2022 was a big dump. Okay, and now 2023 again. What happened? We had a mini bull market. So Cardano is an old coin, so it didn't do that well. It didn't participate as much, but it's important that you guys see the big picture, what's going on, because we have the exact same thing happening over and over again. And we see here we had a big bump in the first half of the year, and now we have a big dump. So these goes exactly in 4-year cycles. We see June of 2023, a big dump here, and you see here June of 2019 and a big dump afterwards. Okay, so it was a big dump all the way up to January 2020. So the next half year is going to be bad. There's no two ways about it. It's not gonna be exactly the same. It's gonna be similar, but we're gonna have a bad time the other half of the year. Could just be the summer, and then in autumn things might improve a little bit again. So we've seen that before in 2020. We had a good summer, then at the end of the summer we had a bad time, and then autumn was pretty good again. That was 2020, as you can see here. So July 2020, then we had a big correction towards September, October, and then in October and November, December, we started to go up again. So expect something similar again. And again, in 2022, we had the worst was kind of the summer of 2022. Although not for Cardano, apparently, but I don't follow Cardano that closely. But if you look at, I'd say, Ethereum. Okay, let's have a look at Ethereum, and we'll have a slightly different picture. The worst time Ethereum had was in the summer of 2022, where it dipped below 1,000. So let's go logarithmic, and you see, not nearly as extreme movements. But if we go over to the summer of 2022, you can see, guys, that Ethereum dipped below 1,000. Although you can't even see it here because they're averaged out prices. But if we went and looked at the proper chart, you would be able to see that. And then it's going to be going up since then. So what's happening currently with Ethereum is not even that bad. It's just 5%, but it's all these other altcoins are being dumped because of some hedge fund dumped them apparently yesterday. But really, if you look at the big picture, everything is going exactly the same with 4-year cycles. So what you need to do right now is, if you haven't sold before, selling now is kind of risky because yes, while it might go down a little bit more, or even a lot more, it'll be very hard to time it and then buy back at the right time. So, what you do really as a long-term investor in crypto, you just need to DCA, so dollar cost average back into it, and just keep buying these dips, and then hold until the actual bull market, which is not going to be here until 2025, guys. Okay, so just 2017 was the bull market, okay, +4 was 2021, and then +4 is going to be 2025. So we have another year and a bit, year and a half before we actually go into a bull market, and I think it's going to coincide with the US elections. So I expect Biden to be out, and I expect either Trump, hopefully not, but possibly the other guy from Florida, DeSantis, to be elected. So we're going to have Republican president, and then we're going to be in for a nice bull market again. But between here and there, especially with this huge losses going on, we're going to have a bad time. Okay, that doesn't mean we're not going to have pumps and dumps, ups and downs all the way, but generally it's going to not be a great time. So just, you need to be prepared for this. You need to be in it for the long term. Just hold, buy the dips, hold. And then when the actual real bull market comes, that's when you sell. Don't try and play these ups and downs, because you're going to get chopped up pretty much for sure, because that's how the market works. And you got to be smart enough not to play this game. That's all you need to do. And you're going to do really well long term. Because let me show you on Cardano, for example. Let's go back and see if you just held on to Cardano. In the summer of 2020, in the summer of 2019. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. So let's do logarithmic again. Let's go into the summer of 2019, and Cardano was about 8 cents at the top, 9 cents. Let's say it was 10 cents at the top, and then it plunged, but you held on, you didn't sell, and you lost 66% here, and you lost even more here in that quick the 2020 COVID crash, right? But you soon recovered, and then by the summer of 2020, you were kind of back roughly where you were. So that we're talking about a year. So July 2019 to July 2020. So this whole year you were in deep doo-doo, okay? But then you kind of broke into profit here in the summer of 2020. You went briefly kind of break even here at the end of summer, around September time 2020. And then the real bull run started here in 2021. And by September 2021, you had done a 30x. So from 10 cents to $3, that is a 30x, right? So we do 10 cents is 10 to $1 times 3 is 30, a 30x. If you just held from here, from the top of 2019 to the top of the actual bull market, you did a 30x on Cardano, all right? So it's an altcoin, so I'm not saying it's going to do as well this time around. So you should probably look at the coins that were kind of peaking during the 2021 bull market and that are kind of in the dumps right now. That's probably what you should be looking to buy right now, and then hold them for the next bull market. Cardano probably going to do a little bit, but not that much. It's just crypto depends on hype, hype, mix of utility, marketing, etc. So you need something that's going to do well. So possibly Matic is a newer coin, but it's not really that new. Maybe Polkadot. You could probably go with Polkadot, Matic. They're new enough. Atom, that's Cosmos. You could go with this one. They'll probably do well enough. They're kind of, they have, they continue their story. But just maybe Aptos, Arbitrum. Although Arbitrum is still very expensive. I can't believe it's still above $1. That's pretty insane. But Sui dumped beautifully. EOS, I don't know about EOS. EOS is that old that, that's insane how much it dumped. So EOS might be dead. This might not make a comeback. So I wouldn't play EOS. You could play Optimism. Any of these gaming tokens like Sandbox, Gala, there's lots of things you can just accumulate right now, and little Gala here, so 20% off. Maybe Solana, maybe they'll come back. No, Kava just says poor price action. I wouldn't really, probably make money on it, but not as much as on some of the other coins. And just go in and pick up your favorite coins, load up, and you're looking at the minimum 10x, possibly 20-30x by the real bull market time. And that's how you win in this market. You don't trade these little moves up and down. You just buy, you accumulate, and you wait for the real bull market, and then you sell. The other thing I want to show you is just the last thing before we wrap this up is about meme coins. So I'm going to use Dogecoin as an example. We've just had a huge bump in meme coins, as you know, and that was pretty much signaled the end to me. And I did publish that on my Twitter account. And if we look at Dogecoin cycle and we go logarithmic, and you're going to see that in 2021, I think it was. Hold on. Yeah, 2021, May 2021, we had this big meme coin season, right? Remember that? And then it kind of crashed. And again, in May 2023, we did have this meme season, right? And then it pretty much signaled the end of the entire bull kind of cycle, this mini bull of 2023. So because that, we got this warning signal before. So if I go over to my Twitter account here, and you just need to remain calm, guys. This needs to be you. Don't be one of these guys, all right? You just need to stay nice and calm and just accumulate these levers. These are going to be such amazing gifts when you look back at this time. I don't know if I'm going to find this, but let's say go away in May and sell in May and go away or something like that. I'm just going to publishing a bunch of crap because I have to, because I'm because I'm trying to get these airdrops, but I'm pretty sure I published one of these things, just go away in May situations, and because it was obvious to me that the story was ending. But did I sell? Well, I sold a little bit, yeah, because I wanted to accumulate at lower prices, but I didn't sell everything. Okay, so I'm always playing both sides of the market, never all in, never all out. So May 7th, I don't know, maybe I skipped over it. Oh yeah, there it is. Bull market of 2023 has ended, May 8th. Thank you for playing, folks. Now feel free to sell in May and go away. Because I could see it, we already had the first kind of major dump, and that was the end of Pepe, you see here. And we also saw Sui dump, and it was pretty obvious to me that we have concluded the cycle, and then the summer was coming, and the summer is going to be bad, because summer of 19 was bad, summer of 2022 was horrible. But yeah, you could just see they're the same cycles over and over again. So just you need to trust the system, and just, obviously you can't be putting any money in here that you can't live without, but stuff that you can do without, so that you can replace, then this is an opportunity to take advantage of. And that's how you win in this market, guys, because hodling is hard. It's supposed to be hard, otherwise it wouldn't work. Okay, so that's my message to you. Don't panic. This is all normal. This is business as usual. We've seen these cycles before, and we're going to see them again, and just trust the system. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one, guys.